Good morning, my adventurous little readers. It is nice to see you. Well, actually, I don't know when you're reading this. It might not be morning at all. Well, good evening, good afternoon, good anything. We are live here in the indoor SoloFlex government building in the capital city of Columbus, Ohio. Today, reading Peter Brown's The Wild Robot. We are going to knock out 2 chapters today because, well, they're not even like a page each. Chapter 32, The Deer, and Chapter 33, The Garden. So as a quick little recap, Roz just met up with the beavers. They made him a new home, which he called the Nest. Bright Bill, they had their first night together. And now on to Chapter 32, The Deer. The Deer family did not run from the sound of the snapping twigs and crunching leaves. They had all heard about Roz and Bright Bill, and they knew there was nothing to fear. Crown Point stood before his doe and his 3 spotted fawns, and the family watched as the robot approached with the gosling on her shoulder. "Hello, dear. My name is Roz, and this is Bright Bill. We are looking for a doe named Tawny." Crown Point moved aside, and the doe silently stepped forward. "Mr. Beaver helped us build a lodge," said Roz, "and he thought you might help us grow a garden." "Mr. Beaver helped you?" came Tawny's gentle voice. "You must have done something for the beavers." "I brought them freshly cut trees," said Roz. Tawny looked at Crown Point, and the buck slowly nodded. "I will help you grow your garden," said the doe to the robot, "if you will let my family eat from it." The robot nodded in agreement, and then she quietly led Tawny back to the nest. I told you it was short. Pictures. Chapter 33, The Garden. After inspecting the grounds, Tawny asked Roz to remove all the dried brambles and weeds and leaves from the garden area. She asked her burrowing friends, the moles and the groundhogs, to dig through the dirt and loosen the soil. Then she asked all the neighbors to do something rather peculiar. "Please leave your droppings around the nest. The more droppings, the richer the soil, the healthier the garden." I think you guys know what I mean by droppings. As you can imagine, Tawny's request got everyone's attention. The place was soon crawling with woodland creatures curious to hear more about the garden project, and just like that, the robot was meeting all her neighbors. The plan to make friends was already starting to work. There was a festive feeling around the nest that day. Animals were coming and going and chatting and laughing. After some pleasant conversation, each neighbor would choose their spot, leave their droppings, and be on their way, and always with a smile. "We're happy to help," said 2 smiling weasels after finishing up their business. It was up before they flew away. It shouldn't be much longer now," said a smiling turtle as he slowly made his contribution. As all this was going on, Woz rocked around and thanked everyone. "I am not capable of defecating," she explained, "so your droppings are most appreciated." Once the grounds were fertilized, it was time for the plants. Tawny brought Roz and Bright Bill out to a lush meadow. The robot sank her fingers into the ground and felt the spongy layer of roots below the grass. Slowly, carefully, she rolled up wide strips of sod, exposing the dark, wormy soil. She carried the rolls back to the nest and spread them out to make a patchy lawn. Then she transplanted clumps of wildflowers and clovers and berries and shrubs and herbs until the nest was surrounded by a scraggly collection of plants. "It's not much to look at now," said Tawny, "but the grass will grow into these gaps, and the flowers and bushes should perk up in a few days. I'll return soon to make sure it's all taking root. Before long, this will be a lovely garden, Roz." Thank you for tuning in for 2 quick chapters of Peter Brown's The Wild Robot. Hope you guys are staying safe, staying busy. It's been nice lately, at least here. Get outside, get active, go do some things. I will talk to you later. See ya.